Hi, welcome back to the season 2 of Get Growth TV. I'm happy that you're back here. As the video says, today we're going to talk about how to teach your team content marketing tools in no time. And the way that you can do that is by using Whatfix. So, what Whatfix has to offer is two things. The main thing that they're talking on the site is about onboarding, as you can see here. The fact that you can create an onboarding process for your tool with this software. But another thing that I also think that it's great to use Whatfix for is basically training people in your marketing team. And that is something that we're going to discuss today. Now, mainly people describe Whatfix as an interactive online tool. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but you're going to get a better feeling today when you see it. I consider it that, let's say, a step-by-step way of creating trainings or onboarding process or things like that. And it really helps you in creating them once and letting people to actually go through the process when they're using them. Okay, so here on the side, you can create a trial account if you want, or you can get in contact with them and they can show you a demo as well. I have a trial account that I'm going to log in. I want to show a little bit of process when you're creating your first flow. That's the way that they name them on this platform. I've used it before, like a year ago. They made some changes marketing wise, but I don't think that they made that big of change to the product. I don't even think that they needed it. And it's a really interesting platform to use. Then I used it to create a few onboarding processes for keyword research and the live assistant from Squarely. And I thought it was really useful. In the end, we didn't use them, but there are a couple of videos that Whatfix created from the ones that from the flows that I created, and you can see them on their channel. I'm gonna add a link in the description with that. Okay, so this is basically after you log into your account, this is what you're going to see. So this is your profile. If you have a Gravatar profile connected to your account, your image is going to come up here. You can search, I think, just only through your flows now. In the past, they had a community and you could have searched for more things within the platform. This is the flow that I tested it out yesterday. And if you want to create basically a new training, a new process, you will go to this button here, the create flow. And I haven't used it on this computer, so I'm going to show you a little bit what are the next steps that you need to do. First of all, you need to install the Chrome extension, because this basically offers you the opportunity to go to any site and just start using Whatfix. And exactly what it says here, to create flows, open any website and click on the Whatfix browser icon. And then you can just start creating your flow. Okay, I got it. Okay, and now I'm going to start creating a flow just to see what types of steps you can create and how the platform looks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to consider that I'm teaching you today how to write an article in WordPress and how to actually optimize it with Squarely. Okay, so here I have the site that I should be logged in. I logged myself out just so you can see a little bit of a few features of Whatfix. So we're going to start creating a flow here. And this pop-up is going to come up. Okay, so the purpose of this flow in short is, oh, sorry, not history. How to create and optimize a WordPress article. Okay. And tags, you can create different tags. I created one yesterday, a WordPress tag, but when you create a new tag that you want, I'm just going to show you, you need to like write here the name of the tag. So let's say article. and a short description of that tag. So in a way, it's helpful because you know what each tag means. Okay, so content type. Okay, and we've created another tag, and it's here. Okay, so far, we've settle what is going to be the title of this flow, and we added some tags to it, which are going to help us in identifying and keeping our flow dashboard really organized. Okay, and as you can see, all changes are saved. They automatically save it after a few times. You don't have to be worried about that. Okay, and now we want to basically start creating our flow, and we need to add some steps, okay? And we're going to add another step here in which we're going to say enter, but I don't really like enter, so I'm going to write your username here. As you can see, when you create this, you have a few good words that you can use for each type of step that you're creating. So for example, if you choose somewhere where you can write a phrase or the username or the password, I'm going to say enter. Okay, and then you write what message you want to see here. It's a nice preview here in this part. Okay, and then you can choose where you would like to see the element. So basically this one is up here exactly in the middle. You can put it on one side or this way or under it. Okay, I'm thinking that above it's quite okay because you want to see the password as well. Okay, and then you have to decide what is going to be when this step is going to be considered completed. So in this case, because you have a text box, it's on typing the text. Of course, okay, if you'd like, you can add any additional notes. We're going to see that in a further step. And you can tell each step if it's optional or not. And in my case, I consider this optional, as it says here, example, login step can be optional for user who is already logged in. Okay, so yes, it is optional. Let Whatfix. Here's about identifying the space where the precise text box is going to be on page. From my point of view, it's okay to let Whatfix decide that. But in some cases, if you see that you cannot choose it right, I think that some cases in which just choosing it from the screen is not enough is for social media platforms and things like this, because they have different names, or the text box or the button that you want to choose is always going to be it might be in a different position on the screen. So this helps you a lot, and it can but again, here you would need to know a little bit about CSS and how to write the selector for that. But from what I understand from my colleagues, it's not that complicated to add that there, and in most cases from what I've used it so far, I didn't even needed it. Okay, so this is basically the step. We decided on it, and we're going to add step, and then we're going to see here, okay, this is the space, and I've already added the text. And now we're going to add another step from here. We're going to select this one, and we're going to leave enter password. Again, I'm not going to change everything here. I think that it looks quite good. And we're going to just change the fact that it is optional again. Okay. Then, okay, enter password. The password is entered. Another step, and that is login. Click on login. So from my point of view, you don't need to change this, especially now that I'm doing an example. If you're doing it for onboarding, I do expect you to write more personal messages, or if you're doing it for your team, and you can write something that goes better with your company culture. But again, it's quite okay just to leave the messages here if you're doing something that you want to get it done really quickly. Okay, again, I'm going to leave it here, and again, it is optional because somebody could be already logged into the site. Okay, and we're logging in. this one, as you can see, it's basically you go to the next step after they clicked on it. Okay, just waiting a few seconds to upload that. Okay, now the next thing will be new step to go to post. Now I'm going to do something different here. Gonna write here, go to post. Okay, as you can see here, just positions that are orange, where you can choose. The other ones are not possible, so basically you cannot go in this direction because that's the menu and you don't have options to go on that one. But from my point of view, is quite okay that it shows you the position, so the element is in the center and it shows you the position you can actually choose and the ones that you cannot. Okay, now we're going to choose that this step has ended after you hover over the selected element. So this is another way you can go to the next step. And we're going to also add a note just to see how that looks. Go to post to create a new article. Okay, and no, this is not optional. From here we have all the steps that are absolutely necessary to do. Okay, and add step. Great. So now we're hovering over it and we're going to create a new step here. It's going to be, click on add new. I don't want to add it there, I want to add it here on the side. I think it looks better that there. Again, on click of selected element. Usually when you have buttons or things like this, it's the best way to go. Okay. Add the step. Great. Now, I like that it keeps on showing it until you're actually on the article. Okay. Now, next step here is going to be to start using Swirly, basically. So we're going to, right here, enter choose your keyword before starting to write the article. Okay, again, let's choose the position. I'll say that this one is better. Okay, and it's completed on typing the text there, the keyword basically. Okay, it's not optional, everything's okay. Okay, great, and we're going to write here marketing, choosing this one. Okay, so you're writing it, probably chose it. Okay, next step is going to be to write a title. Article here, and I'm going to leave it here on this side. Again, untyping the page is done, and I'm going to add one because you already know that your keyword, if you're using Squarely, you know that you make sure you have the keyword in your title. Okay, not optional. Great. Add step. Okay. Then we're going to go to the next. Okay, so I need to add your title. Content marketing. I'm just going to leave that as a title, although it's not enough. Content marketing tools, let's say. Okay, and then the next step that we're going to look at is actually writing the article. I want to show you something that I think that is interesting here. So it's for this case, it's going to be a little bit complicated to actually choose it in WordPress. I saw that choosing this side, the editor, is a bit hard, but after you actually find it, is not a problem. Again, this was like the only place that I've considered while using Whatfix to actually add a CSS selector. Okay. Write the article here. Okay, so you've probably seen this button while I was doing the steps, the blackout. I want to show you a little bit what you can do with this. Like, if while you're showing something to people, you want that other features to not be present, so they don't take away, they distract the user, you can just choose them and black them out. So let's say this one, also this one, and also the edit button. See, okay, so we don't see anything here. Okay, so after you've chosen all the blackout elements that you want, you just click done and you go back to this step. So only for this step you're not gonna see these elements, so just so you see this better, from my opinion, it's a really great thing that they have. They didn't have it before. When I first started using it, they didn't have this option, but I really do appreciate the fact that they chose it. Okay, so in this case, for this step, I'm going to go with on click of next button, which is this one here. Okay, and that is that. Write the article here. You can edit it or close it if you don't like how it looks. So marketing tools are great for cutting down time of your marketing strategy. Okay. Okay, so this is where you basically write the article, and again you see that the element here remained on the upper side of it. So content marketing tools are a great way of cutting down the time of your marketing strategy. Okay. So, for example, you keep on going with this, okay? And then we're going to add another step here. Again, a hover one where we're going to look here, okay? Check if the title of your article is Google friendly. Again, we're going to choose this one as a hover, on hover, okay, add step, and the last step that we're going to do for this one, so we don't keep on doing it. You can add as many steps as you want, as you can see until now. We're going to add the last one. I just want to show you another way that you can choose that the step is done, and it's here. It's gonna be on this one. And it's going to click on save. The text is going to be on one side, and we're going to do it on change of URL, so basically on page refresh, because after you save, the WordPress needs to refresh until you make sure that everything is done. So not just on clicking the element, but making sure that actually the page refreshed. It's also useful if you're sending people from one site to another, so then again, if the URL changes, the flow keeps on going. So you can show people, like, so you go on Twitter, you take the link from there, and then you go to a different platform, and you change the URL without a problem. Okay, add this step. Okay, and from my point of view, this is kind of done. If we save the article, so I'm going to show you here. So I'm going to click on this to actually see it working. Okay. Now there are a few things that we still need to discuss, which I think that are really interesting for this platform, is the fact that you can add, you can put it downwards if you don't need it there, or some elements you don't see. Like, for example, if I wanted to choose the new post from here, I could add it down, okay, but I prefer it here up if it doesn't cover any buttons. And then you can click expand, and we can see here like each step that we took. Okay, you can edit or move it, like if you consider that, oh, I should have done this before that. Okay, and or delete it if you think it's not needed. Yeah, and you can always add a new step here. You can describe the flow in more words here if you want to present it to someone, or you're creating multiple flows for your entire company for different content marketing tools you're using. That's a really good way of describing them and keeping track of what you actually already created. Okay, and here basically is the message that people are going to see after it's finished, and it's thank you for your I missed. Yeah. Okay. So for my point, this is basically done. Now we're going to do a test run. Okay, I'm gonna minimize it first, and I'm going to log out of the site. Okay, great. And now we're going to do a test run, just so you see how it's done. So basically I come here, okay, then I come write the password. Okay, I wrote the password, and now I need to click login. Okay, go to post, add new, and you see it's really in the process, so I can actually write my article now, because I don't get to waste time, because I have to look at a video and then start using the tools that I've seen there, which I love a lot. Okay, then content marketing tools for our team, for example, to have a different one. I can write my article here. The article goes here. It's going to be about the content marketing tools our team is using. Okay, yeah, next. Hover over this to see it. And again, I like that this part where it basically takes you wherever on the page that element is. So that's also great. I like that you don't need to be in the same part of the page. It will scroll down to the element. Okay, and you can click save draft. The URL is going to change because it's refresh, and we're going to see the end of the process here. Thank you for your attention. Okay, and close. Great. Now I want to show you a little bit other things that you can also do for this one, for this example. Okay, so you've done this for a site, but what if you don't need to do this for that specific site? You just need a site that uses WordPress, and basically a WordPress site, and also that has Squarely in this case, because we're presenting it how to optimize it with Squarely, or a few steps. So in that case, you can just select the part of the link that you start. So that's in the last card of the flow, you basically see where it starts, the URL that it starts from, and you can add here brackets, and basically everything that is between them is going to be, so here, sorry, it can be changed. Yeah, so basically if you put this here, it means that this part of the link can be changed. So you can add whatever site, and it starts from the login. Okay, so now, and again, we added the first steps to be optional, so I want to test that too. I haven't really in the last weeks. I know how it worked in the past, but again, I don't think that they made many changes on this side. So let's see. So I added this here. All changes are saved. Let's test run again. So basically, when you have this put into brackets, this is what you're going to see. It's going to show you like, okay, so what side do you want to go on? And you can add it, you can change it here. So for example, see, you can delete it or add a different one. I'm going to see it for the same side. Okay, so see live. And now I'm already logged in. Or am I? Not logged in? Okay. Come on. The password field is empty. What? Rewriting it. Sorry for WordPress. Apparently, they can't remind themselves that I was already there. But basically, it goes to the URL that you are. So you'd be on WordPress admin and it would start from here. Okay, then you click on add new and the whole process starts again. Okay, I'm not going to go through it because you've seen how it does the test run. You can also try it for your own. Again, this was just to show you each type of steps that you can create. You can also see them here. I've the ones that I've created, yeah. So let's see, add a new step here. Add a new step. For anything, this is, you're now logged out. Okay, so as I was saying, you can consider it when it's the next button, as we have done in the process for the article, because people are probably going to write more there, so just let them write, and when they're done, they're going to click next. On the select, when it's a click on the selected element, again, I consider this a really good option when you have a button or a link or anything like that. Okay, when you hover over the selected element, especially when you have pop-ups that appear from hovering or menus that appear from hovering, again, this is the best option. Page refresh or change of URL when you're sending them to a different site, or when you're saving something on a platform, as was the example here, and on typing in the text box for login or passwords, or adding the keyword, as was in the examples that I showed you. So I really think that's a useful platform. It's really easy to use, as you can see. It's fast to create a flow, and it's really easy to share after that. And that's basically it. The only step that we will have to do is here. We're going to click cancel, and I'm going to expand this, and I'm going to publish the flow. Okay, show published flows, and it's going to basically take you to your Whatfix dashboard. You just see it in a different way because here's like a sort of a portfolio, but it's the same thing. As you can see the part up, and here you see the ones. If I'm going to refresh this page, you're going to see both of them. Okay, yeah, so I really recommend this platform for onboarding, but mostly for training people in your company. I've used that before, and I've used it for onboarding as well, but not with a big group of clients. That doesn't mean it doesn't work. We just found a better way of doing it for our own platform. So I totally recommend this. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel just to see the next content marketing tools we're going to review for you, and let us know if you have any questions in the comments. Have a great weekend.